to our first edition of what will be a recurring. So good evening everybody and welcome to another edition of our Meet the Habs video series. We now have as our guest Matt Paul. Matt, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So Matt, we just did an interview with your roommate, Ryan Tompkins, and had a very nice interview with him. And you, like Ryan, you're from outside of town, so you've made the transition to Fredericton. So I'd like to start by kind of talking a little bit about your hockey history and what brought you to play hockey in Fredericton. So let's start by talking about when you were growing up. So where were you born and where did you play your early hockey?
I was born in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Okay.
I moved to New Brunswick, Ireland when I was about 5. And I started playing hockey. I started skating in like Nova Scotia and Halifax stuff. And I started playing got enrolled in hockey when I was in New Brunswick. And I started playing up through the Western Valley programs from there in Carleton.
Okay, yeah. Now, Matt, anybody that's seen you play hockey knows you're a phenomenal skater. Your skating skills are just exceptional. Where did that come from? So, did you do any training outside of hockey to learn to skate like that, or?
No, I didn't really do any training. I did power skating when I was younger, but
okay.
I just kind of came like.
So it's just kind of a natural. Your style is natural and so forth. Okay, so you grew up playing in the Heartland area, and I guess probably played a lot of hockey in Woodstock, like Ryan did as well. As you went through the system, Pee Wee and Bantam, maybe just tell me what was a highlight of hockey in Pee Wee and Bantam years.
Probably one was like a lot like helping as the V-Ride program I did coming up through, and maybe a highlight was Quebec International Tournament Pee Wee.
The Pee Wee tournament, yes. Yeah, that was a lot of fun for sure. And that's a great experience. It's an international tournament, literally people from around the world. And it's a huge event, and you go play, there's like 12,000 people in the rink watching you play, which is quite impressive for any age of hockey, but let alone when you're a Pee Wee age as well. So, favorite hockey team when you're growing up, NHL team? Did anyone you followed in particular?
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Maple Leafs.
Maple Leafs, yeah.
It's got to be hard to wear one of those jerseys when you're Maple Leaf.
Yeah.
Any particular players that you followed when you were growing up?
My favorite player is Chris Letang.
Okay, nice. Okay, so Matt, last year you had, I'm sure, a very interesting experience. You went out and played hockey at Notre Dame, which is a very famous place to go and play hockey. How was that experience, and how did it go?
It was good. It was a really big learning experience. You said, like being away from home and not just like playing hockey, but the school is hard, a little harder, and just all around good.
Yeah.
I mean, a better person, player.
Well, absolutely, and that's what these life experiences are about, right? And certainly, I mean, you went a long way from home. Lots of the guys go to prep schools and other, hockey places around, but quite often they're close. But you went a long ways away. Now, so you did that for a year. You came back to the east, and now you've done yet another transition. So you've moved to Fredericton. You're being billeted in town here. You're a roommate with Ryan Tompkins. What's the transition to living in Fredericton been like?
So a lot more people around. You always do more than it's not too relaxed. And like schooling is different too. It's a lot way bigger school.
Okay.
It's a big difference.
So you're a student at Leo Hayes?
Yeah.
So how do you find Leo Hayes? It's quite a big school.
Yeah, it's different. Like from any school, like when I was at Hartland, it was smaller. And then last year Notre Dame, it was way smaller than Hartland. So it's just it's a big difference.
Yeah. Well, Matt, to be honest, I mean, these are not easy transitions to make. You're still young, 14, 15. Well, actually, you're 15, heading to 16. And I mean, these are tough transitions to make for anybody. So, congratulations, you've done a great job. You've had a very good year so far. This is good hockey. This is essentially the top level of hockey that you can play before you go on and play junior hockey and those things. So tell me a little bit about this team. So you've joined the Midget AAA Canadiens in Fredericton, so you've had all that transition experience that you've gone through. This looks like a great group of guys. What's it like to play on this team?
It is very great. They have fun. We're really young, but I find that we don't let that bother us too much. We still play hard. And sometimes just always
Yeah. So it's fun to come to the rink, and I mean, you guys are here at this rink all the time. There's a lot of practices, off-ice practice, and so forth.
Yeah, we really always here. I mean, we've come together good.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so how would you describe the team? It's obviously close knit. How would you describe the play of this team if you were to describe it to someone?
We're kind of fast, we're skilled.
Yeah.
Like some players are physical than others.
Yeah. So one of the characteristics I've heard, I mean, it is a very fast team, a very hardworking team. I think one thing that some of the guys have said that a little bit inconsistent. Sometimes work a little bit harder than others, but overall a very hardworking team and very close knit. So I'm sure it's a lot of fun to come to the rink. Tell me a little bit about, because you're so busy in the winter time playing hockey, so fitness is obviously not an issue, but what about in the off season? What do you like to do in the off season to get ready to play hockey in the fall?
In the fall, I work out, go to the gym, and try to start getting in shape.
Okay.
I guess I do that all summer, and then the fall I usually push a little harder to get ready for the season, tryouts.
Nice. Yeah, very good. Okay, so let's talk about the day of a game. So let's say that you've got a 7 o'clock game tomorrow night. What do you do on the day of a game to get ready?
Well, I usually, on the weekends, when there's no school, get up and not too late, not to really just get my legs or anything, and then have a good meal, relax out, and then get something else good to eat, and then come to the rink and just start to focus and take my sticks and get ready.
Okay, any particular rituals that you go through perhaps with your sticks or equipment or anything, or are you easy going that way?
Easy going, yes.
Okay. All right, so now when you get to the rink, how long before a game do you typically arrive at the rink?
An hour and a half or 2 hours.
Okay. And so then you're basically into game day thinking right at that point, and off you go. Okay, let's talk a little bit about outside hockey. So, favorite food to eat?
Favorite food to eat? Chicken or pasta.
Okay. Now, any particular meal that you really like? Maybe your mom or father makes you a meal that you like?
Chicken Alfredo, I have to say this.
Okay, from your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've had a couple of people mention chicken Alfredos. There's a few guys on the team probably like to go out and eat together. So speaking of that, if you were to go out and eat at a restaurant, where would you like to go? What's a good place to go eat?
I like East San Mario's.
Okay, nice. Well, you guys have to travel a fair bit with the hockey, so
yeah.
I mean, you do get the experience of going out and eating a lot.
Yeah.
So it's good to have a favorite place like that. So tell me a little bit about, let's say that you have a day off, a storm day. Like today is wickedly cold. It's the coldest day of the winter so far. Brutally cold out there. Let's say school wasn't canceled today, but if it had been, what would you do on a day off?
I probably sleep in, try to get a little catch up on rest.
Okay.
See if I got any homework, I'd probably try to get that finished, and if not, I usually sometimes rent the ice at the rink and go play, or play some PlayStation.
Nice. Okay, so Matt, over the course of your hockey career and just life in general, you've obviously traveled a lot. So for hockey, I mean, you've traveled literally across the country. Do you have a favorite place that you've played hockey, like a rink that you really like, or a facility that you'd like to play in? Anything that comes to mind?
One of my favorite places to play would probably be in Harlem. Good ice and it's cold.
Yeah.
And probably last year, one of the best places I played was in Kamloops in BC at the WHL team's rink. It was a really nice rink. It was fun to play at.
Oh, very nice. Well, you mentioned Heartland, and I've been in that rink a number of times. It is one of the coldest rinks in existence. And I've mentioned this in a couple of videos. I think that one and the Stanley rink are amongst the coldest. Now, someone told me this year, maybe you've heard the story, that at the Heartland rink now, people can plug in blankets and electric blankets with them just to try and stay warm in the stands. It's a cold place.
It's cold, yeah.
But the ice is outstanding.
Yeah, it is. It's really hard. It's really good.
Yeah, it's a wonderful place to play hockey for sure. Tell me about your family. Any brothers and sisters?
I have an older brother.
Okay. What's he do?
He's getting ready to go to school in fall.
Okay. Hockey player?
Plays junior B at home for the Western Valley team.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's quite a good hockey player.
Yeah, Yeah, I guess.
Now, how was the relationship between the two of you growing up? Lots of fighting between the two of you, or are you pretty good buddies?
We're pretty good buddies. We get along.
Okay.
We get along good and do a lot of stuff together.
Okay, very good. All right, so just a couple of questions here to finish it off. So the team we're really getting close towards the end of the season now, and then the regular season, I'm saying, and then we're being to playoffs. Tell me about what is it important for this team to do to get on a really good run up to the playoffs now?
We keep working hard and playing the whole game and not slacking off sometimes. Just play hard the whole game and we should be able to win the games.
Okay, so that consistency and effort.
Consistency, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, you've had quite an interesting hockey career already, and where's it all going? What's your next step after this?
Well, hope things go well. Maybe play Midget juniors
Okay.
somewhere. Move on from here.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm sure with the play that you've had, you really have had a good year, and I'm sure the future's very bright. So we'll certainly look forward to watching where this all goes. My last question for you: if I can give you 2 tickets to any event in the world, so you could watch a sporting event, music, doesn't matter, and you could go anywhere to see it, what would you like to go see?
I would do the Stanley Cup Finals or the World Juniors.
Okay. Okay, and if it was World Juniors, would you like to go back in time and see one that's already been played, or would you like to go forward in time to see a future one?
I think go back to the one in Everly and Hall and play the
Yeah,
watch.
that was outstanding, eh?
Yeah.
And one of the most famous goals in Canadian history scored.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great to see that. Well, Matt, it's been really fun having you in here for the interview, and thanks for coming, and best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.